The Cheshire Cat was a magical creature. He lived in a forest full of wonders. The cat had a special power. He could disappear. One moment he was there, grinning mischievously. The next he was gone, leaving only his grin behind. The other animals were afraid of the Cheshire Cat. They didn't understand his power. They thought he was up to no good, vanishing and reappearing as he pleased. But the Cheshire Cat didn't care. He liked being different. In the same forest lived the White Rabbit. He was a proud rabbit, always in a hurry. The White Rabbit also had a special power. He could jump very high. With a single leap, he could reach the top of the tallest trees. The other rabbits admired the White Rabbit. They wished they could jump as high. The White Rabbit enjoyed their admiration. He felt special because of his power. He often boasted about his jumps, making sure everyone knew how high he could go. One day, the White Rabbit saw the Cheshire Cat's grin. It floated in the air, even though the cat was nowhere to be seen. The White Rabbit was jealous. He wanted a power that was more impressive than disappearing. "My leaps are better than your disappearing act," the White Rabbit declared. "I can reach places you can't even imagine." The Cheshire Cat reappeared, his grin widening. "Oh really? And what good is jumping so high?" The White Rabbit puffed out his chest. "It shows how strong I am. It's a much better power than disappearing like a nobody." Section 4. The Cat's Lesson. The Cheshire Cat chuckled. "Power isn't about being better than others. True power is used wisely." The White Rabbit scoffed. He didn't believe the cat. He decided to prove his point. He took a deep breath and jumped with all his might. He soared high above the trees, higher than he had ever jumped before. From his great height, the White Rabbit looked down on the forest. He felt proud. He was king of the sky. But his pride was short-lived. He realized he didn't know how to get down. Section 5. Trapped in the Sky. The White Rabbit tried to jump back down, but he was too high. He started to panic. He was trapped in the sky. He looked down at the forest floor, fear gripping his heart. The Cheshire Cat's grin appeared beside him. "Need a hand?" he asked, his voice full of amusement. The White Rabbit felt ashamed. He had been so busy proving his power that he hadn't thought of the consequences. He mumbled an apology to the cat. The Cheshire Cat, seeing the rabbit's genuine remorse, decided to help. With a flick of his tail, he made a gentle wind that carried the White Rabbit safely back to the ground. Section 6. The Value of Humility. The White Rabbit landed softly on the forest floor, his legs shaky. He had learned a valuable lesson. He realized that true power wasn't about showing off or being better than others. It was about using your abilities wisely and being humble. From that day on, the White Rabbit used his jumping power to help others. He no longer boasted. He learned to appreciate the Cheshire Cat's unique ability, and so the two became unlikely friends, each understanding the true meaning of power and the importance of humility.